End of the fight and at the end of the test that you're going through, that there is going to be growth after the battle. It's necessary for us to understand that every fight, it not only produces wounds, but what we learn is wounds and bruises and scars are nothing more than the evidence that you lived through it.
All right.
Wounds and scars and bruises are nothing more than the evidence that you dealt with a struggle, and the struggle that you dealt with is now over. And so at times God allows battles to take place in our lives, whether those battles be in our home, whether those battles be on our jobs, or whether those battles be within our spirit, because He understands that if you can get through it, you're going to go into a realm that you would not have went had you not had the test.
Hallelujah.
And so all the time, it's very typical for believers and non-believers, but I'm speaking on believers because we're the only ones with a fixed fight. It's typical for believers to get up and break down right before their breakthrough. It's necessary that your breakthrough comes right after you feel like breaking down.
All right.
And God needs you to be ensured on this Sunday morning that you cannot break down, because your breakthrough is in your next step.
Hallelujah.
And as you break through, God is going to allow you to break out and go to places and realms that you would not have been in had it not been for the struggle that you went through. And so God, He obviously, He creates a situation and a circumstance that ensures that you have the victory at the end of it, because He understands that there is growth after the process. But not only is gambling one of the reasons for fixed fights, not only is the necessity for growth a reason for fixed fights, but also the necessity to grace and groom the gifted. To grace and groom the gifted. It is a common thing to see individuals who are young in any athletic event, that if they're in a fight in which they may be losing, there have been times that we have what you call a golden child, if you will. That the powers that be, they do whatever they can to ensure that the person who is gifted does not be dismantled by somebody who's going out of the door. What I mean by that, there are times that there have been individuals that they're young, but they're not ready for the fight. Meaning that they're losing in the battle, they're losing in the fight, but they're not losing because they're not stronger on the inside. They're losing because they're not more developed on the outside. Meaning that sometimes you have a fight. You know what? Thank you for clapping. Sometimes you have a fight and you have a battle that you face, and in the midst of you fighting that thing, you're facing something that's greater than you. But it's not that it's greater than you, because the Bible says, greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. And sometimes it is seemingly as if what's on the outside of us is stronger than what's on the inside of us. And since what we're producing is not stronger than what Satan is producing on the outside, we buy into what's on the outside of us when we should be grabbing onto what God has invested inside of us. And we have a reason to be happy about God and a reason to be thankful, because God has already given you everything inside of you that you need to move out of the situation. The